Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 317. Please subscribe. And today's lesson, although it doesn't say it in the title, it is about salvation. Salvation is that important to us through A Course in Miracles. It is atonement, it is forgiveness. It is mentioned, I believe, over 600 times throughout the text, the workbook, and the manual for teachers. It is the central part of us finding and recognizing who we are and coming home. So even though it isn't stated in the title, the title of today's lesson is I Follow in the Way You Pointed Me. Again, it really is about salvation. So the lesson begins, I have a special place to fill, a role for me alone. We can immediately go to salvation of the world depends on me, or my holiness is my salvation. My salvation comes from my one self, that's with a big S, and only God's plan for salvation will work, which we will mention that again throughout in this lesson. Salvation waits until I take this part as what I choose to do. Salvation waits. Love waits. Atonement waits. God waits for us. Forgiveness waits for us. Waiting for us to recognize them. Waiting for us to receive them and align our minds with what they offer. But all of these things, these ideas, along with the Holy Spirit, have infinite patience. That's why our willingness is so important in this course, because we will not be dragged kicking and screaming into enlightenment, a Janetism there, because everything waits for us. It is our decision to take up salvation. It is our decision to allow love in. It is our decision to forgive. It is our decision to accept the atonement for ourselves. So, salvation waits until I take this part as what I choose to do, the part I follow in the way appointed me. Until I make this choice, I am the slave of time and human destiny. But when I willingly and gladly go the way my Father's plan appointed me to go, the way my Father's plan appointed me to go, God's plan for salvation, then will I recognize salvation is already here. I've woken up to it, already given all my brothers and already mine as well. And in the previous years, when I've done this lesson, this is the 4th year I'm doing this, I've mentioned different examples that we have, theatrical examples that we have about waking up, that The Wizard of Oz is about Dorothy waking up. Alice in Wonderland, she wakes up from this nap that took her on this amazing journey down that rabbit hole. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole. We can wake up. And one of the other examples that I've used, a favorite movie, is Groundhog Day, because Bill Murray's character has to wake up. In this case, he's waking up to love. So isn't that waking up to his own salvation? Because he has spent so much of his life in a world that is filled with pain and fear and nastiness. But then he wakes up to love, and that is his salvation. And of course, I cannot not include Sister Act in just that one scene where the chorus sings, I will follow him, because it is sung in a way that is so uplifting, and we definitely feel that this is, I will follow God, I will follow my elder brother, I will follow the Christ, I will follow in the way appointed me, and I will follow him. The second part of today's lesson is, Father, your way is what I choose today. Where it would lead me where it would lead me, do I choose to go? What it would have me do, I choose to do. Your way is certain, and the end secure. All right, there it is. Lesson 71, which I mentioned before, and I said we would mention again, that only God's plan for salvation will work. And in that lesson, we had the 4 questions, not to be confused with 4 questions in Passover. But these 4 questions are: what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? So this lesson is now just a reiteration of those 4 questions. Where would it lead me do? The way that I'm choosing today. Where would it lead me? Do I choose to go? What it would have me do, I choose to do. Your way is certain and the end is secure. Only God's plan for salvation will work. And this is what I want. I want to wake up. I want to be home. I want to be free of the bondage that I have placed myself in this world. I'm ready for freedom. The memory of you awaits me there at the end, which is secure. And all my sorrows end in your embrace, which you have promised to your Son, who thought mistakenly, just mistakes, that he had wandered from the sure protection of your loving arms. It's just a mistake. It's just an error. We missed the mark. We thought something that was not real. We had false ideas. But now we are waking up. We're waking up and finding ourselves in the sure protection of our Father's loving arms. And doesn't that give you a beautiful image of being loved and tended to and cared for? Because that's exactly what we truly are. We are loved, we are attended to, and we are deeply cared for. So today we follow in the way appointed, that we may find and wake up to being home once more, again, forever and forever. That's it for today. I hope it helped. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please smile, please pray, please breathe. Someone liked that I reminded them about that yesterday, or was it the day before? But yes, we get to breathe every day. Deep breath in, longer breath out. Release, release, release. Be happy. Please be here tomorrow. Namaste.